What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Make sure my mic is on. All right, how you doing? So I decided that I was going to restart my series that was explaining how I see cards. And today we're going to come with our first one, which is going to be the Fool. I have close to 100 decks now, so there's a lot of different decks that I could choose from. I decided to settle down on 5 of my favorites. And let's see. This one is the Wizard's Tarot. Then we have the Spellcasters Tarot, the Good Fortune Tarot, the Everyday Wish Tarot, and the Fool from the Gregory Scott Tarot. So these are the 5 decks that I'm going to use. This is different than what I did previously. Previously, I had 8 different decks I was using. I only owned 8 decks at that time. And the only one that was in that original one was the Everyday Witch Tarot. And things have changed as far as how I see things. So this is just going to give you some insight to how I read. You can do with this information as you choose. It can also probably give you some, if you are trying to figure out how to be more of an intuitive reader, this could probably help you, give you some tips on how to do that as well, just by seeing the things that I see. This is going to be, I guess, a 78-part series because I'm going to go through every card in the deck. Some of them which don't have a lot of movement in the card itself, and you'll understand what I'm talking about when I start looking at the decks itself. And hopefully, if you're interested in this content, that you'll come back for more. My name is Poetry. This is the Free Spirit Tarot. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can even hype up the video if you haven't already hyped up 3 other videos during this particular week. You can leave comments down in the comment section, ask questions if you must. And if you want to give a donation to the channel, there may be a thanks button. This is a form of a heart with a little $sign. You can help me donate. You can help me buy decks, child. You know what I'm saying? And let's get started. Okay. All right, so I have all my cards lined up here. If you've ever watched my channel, you'll know that when I do readings, that I use multiple decks. So one of the things that you may want to question or you are wondering about is how do you interpret the same card from a different deck? And that's pretty much what this is going to kind of show you, because it shows you of how different each of these cards can be. And I want to try to make sure I get them all in frame. Make sure I get them all in frame. Okay. Hopefully I don't make this video too long. Okay, so when we're looking at my reading, the way that I kind of read sometimes is I will look at it, a progression of a story and to see how each of these cards will connect. I will look at what direction the character is turning towards, how the weather behind them looks, what the terrain underneath them or surrounding them looks like. What are the supporting characters in the dog on, there's a cat there, dog there, dog there. What are the supporting characters that are in these cards? And that'll help me determine how these cards apply to the reading and how they will be beneficial for you or the subject matter that we're discussing. This happens to be one of my favorite cards. And I was hoping that I wasn't going to get it overcast from the ring light. But this happens to be one of my favorite cards. This is the Fool from the Wizard's Tarot. Okay. You see she's north, east, west, south. She's facing east. I have to do that often. North, east, west, south. She's facing east. And she's looking down. Now, the Fool card sometimes talks about taking risks. The Fool card can be a new beginning. It could be a new journey. It could be an actual trip. It could be talking about naivety, unsurety. There's a lot of things that you can get from the Fool card when you're going through the textbook messages. But right here, what I'm going to do is look at the actual card to see exactly what I see. So I'm looking at a young girl. She's sitting on the cliffside. She has her bag as if she's ran away. Her loyal and trusted dog came with her. And there's a feather and a rose falling off the cliff. And the way that she's looking at it, like it's a long way down. She's lost her shoes, or she doesn't have on any shoes, which tells me that she probably got out of there in a hurry, or that she's been walking such a long time that she's walked the shoes off her feet. But the terrain underneath her looks very mountainous, looks like difficult to maneuver, especially without any shoes on. Her dress is torn and tattered. It looks like wind may be blowing in her hair just based off of that there. But there's still some light coming through here. So those are some of the things that I look at. So when I see this particular one, she looks like she's unsure of what if she should keep going on. She doesn't know if taking the next step is worth the fall, worth the risk. And her dog is right now is being very protective to make sure that she doesn't just jump off on her own and jump off without thinking, because you can tell that she's given a lot of thoughts about what is going to happen next, especially considering the terrain. Okay. The sun shining could mean two things. It could mean that you can go ahead and take that chance because it's going to be a brighter day for you ahead in the directions that she's going, no matter what. Or right here in this moment, this is where you shine the brightest. That's some things that I look at when I see this particular card. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail because the video would be stupid long if I did all that. So we're going to move on to the next character. And there's things that, I always think of songs. I sometimes think of songs when I look at these cards. I see, I'm falling down 'cause you ain't around, baby. My whole world's upside down. That's what I see when I see this card. The next one here, he seems to be very, very jovial. He also seems to be very unaware of what is about to happen to him. It doesn't matter to him, though, because his head is in the sky. His head is in clouds. He's looking at the bright new day. He doesn't care about the darkness that may come. Okay? This also could symbol, when the two lights that illuminate the world, so they can be shown at the same time, that he's more focused on what's new and what could be more new for him, and ignoring the signs that are being shown for him. Because the moon normally illuminates your thought, gives you a concept of time. He does, again, have his bag that he was carrying with him. And I don't see this snake here, but there's a snake. I don't see that snake as a trusted companion. I see it as a snake, meaning that this person is gonna have to be very careful about every move, every step that they take. Right now, he's walking on sunshine. Oh, that's how he's feeling. Like, he's stepping out without a care in the world. But somebody, because he's so naive and he's so not tuned in to everything that's going around him, he's liable to get bit in the back. Everything that he takes with him, he's bound to lose. Okay? Then this is also one of my second favorite Fool cards here from the Everyday Witch Tarot. When I first saw this card, I used to think 4 years ago that this meant that she was about to take off on a new adventure. She was excited about her next move in life and where she's going to go. When I look at it now that I have matured more when I'm dealing with the tarot, when I look at it now, I look at this as if she's reached her destination. She made a safe landing onto the cliffside, and she doesn't feel like she's going to fall off. The birds were here. Usually birds are messengers, or they can lead you in the direction and guide you to where you want to go. You can follow them to see what's north, what's no, and she's heading in the direction of where she needs to be. You see the darkness on these clouds here? She's left the dark side. She's left all the sadness behind, and she's headed into better weather for herself. The grass is green up under her feet, and her trusted friend, the cat, came along with her, but the cat's scaredy cat, and she really needs to get this scaredy cat off her back because she's free. There's a song, can't think of the name of the artist, 'Cause I'm free. I'm exactly where I want to be. That's what this is. That's what I see here when I see her. She's free. Okay. Now, this particular fool from the Spellcasters Tarot, it looks like he is walking away from a situation. He's going back to where he used to be because he's going to the west. He's going left instead of right. Everyone else is going that same direction. He's returning. He's already fulfilled what his task was supposed to be. However, he may not have been as successful. Why? Because look at his costuming. He's wearing the court jester's uniform, which is telling me that he's been played for a fool, or he could easily be paid for a fool. And this is why he may be returning. Even in his bag of goods, it doesn't look like it's completely full. The dog is looking like, where are we going? Why are we heading back this way? You know, when you hear about the grass is always greener on the other side, he's already surrounded by green grass and flowers, and he's finna step off into the cliffside. He's finna step into danger. He's very unaware of his surroundings. Now, again, he's stepping out of those dark clouds and he's coming back into the light. But the road is not smooth. There's hills and mountains that he's going to have to climb. He's going to have to navigate if he falls. What is he going to do with himself? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the next one. What did I have for this man here? I don't really have a song for him. Yep. And here, this last little fool here, he is not on solid ground at all. He is literally walking on eggshells, which means that the world beneath him could fall apart at any time. And his trusted companion here, you see he's grabbing him by his clothing. His trusted companion is saying, hey, stop, calm down for a minute. He's also dressed in the court jester's attire, which means that he's playing the fool as well. He even has a beehive in his bag. As soon as he opens that bag to get his goods and get his wear, he may very well get stung. So he's taking risk for sure. He's reaching for the sun and the stars and the moon, chasing the dream, but it seems unattainable to him at this time. It seems very unattainable. It's out of his reach because as soon as he takes one wrong step, this shell is going to crack beneath him. So if I was to look at all these together and I was going to give you a reading, let's see what the question may be. Let's say if it's something that you're asking for, something that you may want to go or may want to do. What I'm seeing here is that this person is going to take a chance or take a risk in order to make those changes. But he's going back and forth. You see how these two are facing each other? First he's going this direction and then he's going that direction. And his companions are confused. His friends are like, what the heck are you doing? Both of them are trying to warn him. This one doesn't want to walk too close. Okay, but if he keep progressing and the actions that he's taking is making him walk away from his release. He's walking away from his joy. True, he's leaving those clouds behind, but if he kept going through it, then he could see he could reach his destination. There's no limit to where he may go. There's always joyous adventures and stuff that he can move toward. But he doesn't want to go through blindly. Okay? See, the sun and the moon that he thought he could obtain in the beginning, he may have to make a choice on which one is more. Does he follow his passion or he follow his logic? Okay? So he has to worry about what snakes are that he may encounter along the way. So once he makes that decision, or whether he's going to go free and follow his dreams, he got to make sure that he has to watch out for what's coming up behind him. Take a time to sit down, assess the situation. Is it really brighter days ahead of me, or am I destined to fail and fall? So that's an example there. So that's all I wanted to say about these cards. I try to make it short and sweet because, like I say, I can get lengthy because there's so many more items in these cards that I could look at, and then I could say, what about this? What about that? This is what I'm saying. Everybody seems to be jovial and looking towards the stars, but in the end, it's contemplating that it may not be worth it. I've already been battered and beaten along this way. Apologize. I had a little coughing fit at the end here. But that is all I got for you. If I can edit that out, I can edit that out. But thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.